Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about the promo codes in the description of every video. Save some money on some fish from Southeast Cichlids. So I haven't featured this tank in quite a while. It's still a little bit bare, but this is my Lake Tanganyika tank. It's bare now, but by mid-January it's going to be absolutely packed with awesome fish. I got a big tank shipment coming in, like I said, mid to late January. But I did add some new fish recently that are really, really cool and actually quite personable. So let's get in here and take a closer look at everything. So I do have the wild group of the Goldhead Kasanga Compressiceps. Truly, truly stunning fish. The only downside that I have is they only like to eat mysis shrimp so far. Of any substance. They eat pellets here and there, but they're a bit picky about that. But man, will they smoke some mysis shrimp. So it's really cool to watch. I mean, their color is just ridiculous. I have 2 males and 3 females, so I'm really hoping for some breeding fairly soon. But I'm not really sure. I've never bred them before. I know they're very, very slow growers, so we'll just see how that plays out. I do have the Neolamprologus daffodil. Really cool fish, very interesting fins. Those guys breed like crazy. See right there, fish there, a different batch over here. I mean, it seems like daily there's more of those swimming around here. They do gradually get picked off, so I think there's 3 or 4 that are older than the early batch that may have lived, but the comps seem to pick them off. So moving on, I do have a little bit of the Leilupi. Got a few of those in here. But the new fish that I really wanted to show you guys, I got a pair, a male and female. Let's walk over here on my knees as I go find one for you. That's the blue spot Kasanga Eretmodus cyanostictus. My gosh, is that a mouthful. You can see, obviously, why they're called blue spots. These are a type of goby. My wife likes them because they always look like they're smiling and happy. And he was being nice and personable earlier, and now he's kind of creeped out by my camera. That is the male. You can check him out. Really, really cool fish. I've never had them before, and they're super interesting. They kind of walk around in their fins like their feet. These are the stackable rocks from Universal Rocks. And for what these fish need and like, I can't think of a more perfect decor that I think looks really cool and that these fish really like. They're big time cave dwellers, so like you see the dominant goldhead back there, he enjoys lurking everywhere. So it's really cool interaction with the settings around them, and it's really something different than the Malawi. I guess the best way to describe how I feel about this tank, and here's this female Eretmodus. Super cool. I'll stand back up here, so bear with me. Anyway, I feel like the best way I can describe my tank or a tank in general is it doesn't really have, I guess, the flash of a Malawi tank. You know, there's not massive fish swimming around 90 miles an hour all the time with tons of color. Granted, these guys have really interesting color, but they're almost more like an acquired taste. So it's really difficult to kind of represent these fish and make you guys interested in them when you're not in front of them in person. But if you sit in front of one of these tanks for 10-15 minutes and just watch how these guys interact, I mean, they're not going to do it now because they see my camera and it makes them act differently. But if I put the camera away and just watch their behavior, for 20-30 minutes, it is really, really cool. Everybody has like their same little spots that they retreat to. For example, that comp right there, that rock is hollow. Anytime I come around too quickly and scare her, she goes instantly straight for that rock, no matter where she's at in the tank. And honestly, they don't really swim around all that often. That dominant male that's in there, way in there, I've never seen him go to the left side of this tank ever. So it's almost like this 125 is completely big enough for these fish to live almost a natural life, which is really, really cool. Compared to the Malawi tank, keep in mind, which I do love, but a lot of times those tanks can turn into a bit of almost like bumper cars if you have too many of them. This kind of gives me more of a natural feel when I look at this aquarium. So that's why I have this aquarium directly across from my Malawi, so you can kind of see the differences when I have guests over. It's interesting to show them the differences in these fish. So it's a really fun combination to have if you guys keep multiple tanks. So I know I've rambled on quite a bit. I agree this tank does look bare, but I have some really, really cool fish coming in mid-January, and don't worry, I'll get plenty of videos out, and then I'll start showing this tank quite a bit. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I know I've rambled on a bit, but I'll see you guys next time.